Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Biafra agitation has taken different dimension, and the forefront of them all is Nnamdi Kanu, and he has decided that whether they like it or yes, Biafra will be realized. And of course, a lot of southeastern governors have been speaking. What Governor Ikpeazu have decided to be bold enough to call him forth over some certain issues, and he has this to say, and he had this direct message for him. Before we go into the news proper for the analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to Ikpeazu, it doesn't make sense to attack and destroy infrastructures in the southeast when the supposed enemy is up north. He also expressed willingness to speak with Kanu not on the basis of IPOB, but as a citizen, Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be an Abian. I quote his words: "I am the governor of Abia State, and he is a citizen of Abia State," Ikpeazu said. "I have nothing personal against him, and I don't think he has anything personal against me. All of us are saying the same thing, that there is injustice, marginalization, but our point of divergence is the approach. If one is taking up arms against the Nigerian nation, what capacity does the person have to conclude it? Because I, as an individual, I am not a suicide candidate. I saw a bit of the Civil War, and I don't want to get people on a boat that is sailing to nowhere." Nnamdi Kanu is entitled to his opinion, views, and approach. But I'm also saying to him, there's a young boy who went to Maduguri at the age of 16, and the boundaries of the southeast and northern Nigeria is not in Umuahia or Ubakala police station, neither is it in Bende or Ohafia. We cannot afford to allow our territory be used as a battlefield when the home of our opponent is thousands of miles away from our home. If properties are going to be destroyed during the battle, they will still be our property, which we shall suffer to replace at the end of the whole exercise. Fighting in one's kitchen is one of the indices that defines lack of appreciation of the first rule of self-preservation, because after the fight, with which pot and plate are you going to eat, or which pot or plate are you going to use to eat, he asked. If you have a perceived enemy and you embark on such a voyage and your son kills you, your enemy will just attend your funeral and save his gunpowder for another enemy. I think there is need for good reason to prevail so that we can sit down and talk about it. If there are things you want us to vocalize about the way things are going on in this country, raise the tune a little bit. I think there are people who are willing to say that and do that. For me, I think we need to change a few things in this country, and I think we need to be smart about the way we change it. There's somebody who said that those who resort to violence have exhausted the capacity of their intelligence to resolve the matter. I don't think we have exhausted the capacity of our intelligence to resolve the matter. Violence cannot be the first option, he said. This is deep. Don't forget that there was the first time also that the governor Ikpeazu called him that they should dialogue. They should come home. That I think it started with Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State. He said that let him come home, let them dialogue. They cannot be talking in a diaspora and making things happen. I should come home and dialogue. While Governor Ikpeazu was talking about fighting in the kitchen and all that, I think he gave a parable of which he also interpreted at some point. But right now he's talking. But before we go into the nitty-gritty of the objectivity of his point of view. If you watch, the Governor Ikpeazu agreed, he was on the same page on one condition, that yes, Ndibos are very much marginalized. Yes, things are not done properly in this country, and the Ndibos voice and all that. But he's now saying that if we are fighting ourselves, I'm quoting Governor Ikpeazu now, if we are fighting ourselves, then the enemy who was actually getting battle ready for we don't need to even do anything. We just sit back and watch how we deal with ourselves. Then when it's done, whoever that's standing, we just come and attend the funeral. It's just looking at the analogy of what is going on, how everybody, there's so much unrest and tension in the southeast, while as it shouldn't actually be. But that's his point of view now. But let's quickly feel the pulse of what Nigerians are saying generally over this matter. This one here is saying the points raised by Abia State Governor are very solid and cannot be controverted. IPOB should revert to their usual non-violent approach mixed with windows of opportunities for negotiations and consensus. It is very effective but might take long to achieve, but it's also the safest for our people. Let us avoid the destruction of Ali Igbo, that's Igbo land. This one here is saying they tell you to lure him, but we know already, and he's a wise man. This one here is saying you signed Python dance to bring down Nnamdi Kanu, okay? You can't get him. He's far beyond you. Rather, Nnamdi will get you when you leave office. Okay, but let's look at this critically. These are different views. Some persons are for him, some persons are against him. Some persons are saying they should allow negotiations to take place. I don't think Governor Ikpeazu said he should come home. He's only saying he's appealing to Nnamdi Kanu that he should please change his tactics. It shouldn't be violence. He should look at a way of looking at negotiation as an option instead of violence. That things are being destroyed. It is not destroyed in the north. The things that are being destroyed is not. But what is being destroyed is destroyed in the southeast. And if for any reason, even if Biafra is to be actualized today, or even if restructuring is to take place today, one of the most disadvantaged region will have to be the southeast, because it will take a lot of rebuild. And don't forget, in 1967 thereabout, it took also Biafrans, that came all out. It took them their sweat and their blood to build what you saw in the southeast. And he's saying, can't we not just go through that route? Can we just not avoid? Can we not just not go through that route? Can we just avoid that route and let's see how we can dialogue? But dialogue has been on and on. It looks as if no one is listening. But right now, a lot of people are practically leaving the southeast. Yes, a whole lot of persons are running away because in this case, a lot of things are shut down. So technically speaking, one has to be careful. And he is calling on Nnamdi Kanu that his voice is very loud, they can hear it, but they should resort to something different. Some persons are thinking that they've sent the southeastern governors to get him. I do not know how true that is, but let's meet in the comment section.